Welcome back to FCAC Tailgate here on the HN Network. Kevin Coleman here at Tiger Hollow with the Ridgefield Tigers alongside Jackson Mitchell and Greg Gatto. The Ridgefield Tigers, they get set to take on rival, the Wilton Warriors. Guys, thanks for spending a couple of minutes with me. Greg, we'll start with you. A great season so far, taking over the reins here for Drew Fowler. What's it been like being the quarterback this year of the Ridgefield Tigers?
You know, it's awesome to be in an environment like Ridgefield where everybody comes out to watch us and we just have great fan support. So we know every Friday night or Saturday, as it's going to be tomorrow, we're going to have fans behind us and get rowdy.
And Jackson, you know, the chemistry between you guys has been unbelievable so far. 3 touchdown catches yesterday. What's the chemistry like between you and your quarterback here?
You know, we just worked really hard in the offseason, getting right. We came out here without the coaches, just working on our connection. You know, I wasn't playing receiver last year, and he didn't play much last year, so we want to get that connection going this year.
And coming off a tough loss on Saturday, how are you guys able to rebuild, kind of bounce back, and get ready for a big rival like Wilton tomorrow?
Honestly, we just had to put that in the back of our mind and just move on from it because we know we got an opponent here that really wants to beat us. So we just had to get right and get ready to play them. You know, coaches gave us a good scouting report, and we just had to prepare.
Speaking of scouting report, what are you expecting from this Wilton defense tomorrow as you step up in the pocket for the Ridgefield offense?
Well, we know that it's a huge game for them, a huge game for us, so they're going to bring everything they got. But we're definitely prepared. Don't want to reveal too much, but we'll be seeing a good look from us, and I think it's going to go well.
Now, what's the chemistry like between this entire team? You know, we've given the offense a little bit of love here, but let's talk about the defense here, making some big stops this year. Talk about your defense a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome to know that even if we're not clicking on all cylinders, the defense is going to step up. And I'd say we're probably one of the hardest hitting teams in the whole state, and everybody knows that when they come into Ridgefield, it's going to be a dogfight.
Now, coming into Tiger Hollow, what are you expecting from this crowd with the Tigers in tomorrow?
Honestly, I'm probably the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of at Ridgefield here. It's going to be rowdy. It's going to be crazy. You know, they're out here and excited, ready to play Wilton.
And Greg, what are you going to tell your teammates before a game like this? It's homecoming as well. There's going to be a lot of emotion left on the field against a rival like Wilton. What are you going to say to your teammates before the game?
One of the big things is we want to bring the anger we felt after last week, such a crushing loss, even though we played well and we did a lot of good things. If you're not getting a win, it doesn't count. So we're going to bring that anger out here, and everybody gets ready for Wilton every year. Like, we haven't played them in 2 years. It's an even bigger game, so there'll definitely be no shortage of emotion and passion.
And for you, Jackson, if you could describe this offense in one word, what would it be?
Explosive. You know, we make big plays. We're a big play offense, you know, and that's just what we do.
All right, final question for both you guys. If you have a message to the Tigers Den right now to get them psyched up for the game, what would it be?
Get rowdy.
For Jackson, what about you? What are you telling the student section right now to kind of get them pumped up against a rival like Wilton for homecoming game?
You know, they haven't beat us in 22 years, so just get ready for that. You know, got to keep that streak going.
All right, guys, thanks for spending a couple minutes. All right, best of luck against the Wilton Warriors. All right, we're going to step aside when we come back. We have plenty of more coverage here on FCAC Tailgate as we get ready for the Ridgefield Tigers and the Wilton Warriors right here on the HN Network. Welcome back to FCAC Tailgate here on the HN Network. Kevin Coleman here at Wilton High School getting ready for Saturday's big-time matchup against the rival Ridgefield Tigers here with 2 Wilton football players. We got Brian Calabrese, starting quarterback of the Warriors, and starting running back, Harvey Alexander. Guys, thanks for spending a couple minutes with me. Brian, I'll start with you. You know, you guys have to take care of business here against a rival. What does the offense need to do to take care of business against the rival here on the road at Tiger Hollow?
We got to control the clock. We got to control our run game, pounding ground, and just control the clock.
What has the offseason been like for you? Did you do anything different this year? It looks like you're a lot more composed in the pocket.
Yeah, I guess Yale camp definitely helped with that. We went there over the summer with our team, worked on a lot of stuff there, and then working up to preseason.
Now, what's the chemistry like with this guy right here? I mean, he's racking up all the yards. What's it like working with him on the offense?
Oh, it's great. I mean, we had to work with the triple option, just the mesh, the feeling it out and everything. But we're pretty good friends off the field, so we were able to talk about it, just like have a good conversation and really get it clicking.
Harvey, 4 consecutive games now of over 100 yards rushing. What's been working for you?
I mean, the line's been giving us holes. That's what it comes down to. It's great to get the ball and look up and just see open field because those guys are blowing guys off the line. So, I mean, it really helps when there's a lot of room to run.
I just asked Brian the same question. What's that chemistry like between you and the quarterback?
I mean, we've been playing together since 7th grade, since I first started. I've had a couple other quarterbacks, but we've been working together for the longest. So it's just natural at this point.
And what has your offseason been like? I mean, you're coming out playing so strong as a running back. What's it been like for you this season?
I mean, since last season ended with that win against Trinity, we've been thinking about this next season, knew that there was going to be some new games coming up. So just in the off season, getting in the weight room, working on agility, all that stuff, making sure I was ready to go.
Obviously an emotional game. You guys are playing against a rival in the Ridgefield Tigers. What are you expecting from the crowd Saturday?
I mean, we saw what it was like in the winter with the basketball game, and hopefully we have something close to that because that was amazing, and it pumped up the basketball team, and I'm sure it'll pump up us.
Brian, what are you expecting from this crowd on Saturday at Tiger Hall? Not only, the Tigers fans are going to come in, but what are you expecting from the Roll Tribe?
Oh, we're going to have the tribe out there. We're going to have the tribe out there.
If you could describe this team in one word, what would it be?
Close. Close. We're a close team, which the chemistry and the off-the-field relationships really brings us close together on the field.
Now, we're giving some offense some love. We got to show some defense some love, too. What's been the defense like, this season, making some great plays, making some big stops? What's been working for this defense?
Defense, Harvey leads the defense as well, both sides of the ball. We got Kyle Phillips back there, great free safety, 2 interceptions last game, I think. Murtha on the other corner. Drew Hurlin's a stud, both sides of the ball. We got some new defensive linemen going in there, Marcelo. Got a great, just can't stop listing them off.
And Harvey, what's been working on this defense? Obviously, we know everything's clicking for you in the offensive end. Defense, what's been clicking with this defense right now? I
mean, we've got a lot of new starters this year, and just the turnover from last year, we know that we have to get 11 hats on the ball and make sure that if they do get a couple yards, we stop them right away. And playing a passing offense against Ridgefield, we got to make sure that we're efficient because we know that they can sling the ball around. So we got to get our reads, get to the right spot, and we'll be good.
Now, as a leader and a senior, what are you telling your team, not only in the locker room before the game, the bus ride, what are you telling your teammates to get them up for the game?
I mean, that don't take this opportunity for granted. The last 2 teams haven't had the opportunity to play Ridgefield, and I'm sure they feel the same way up there. We can't wait to play them. We know that this is a great opportunity to show what type of team we have and just to get to 4-2. That's the main goal, get to 4-2 and keep building.
Brian, you guys, that first drive, how important is it to take the crowd out of the game early on?
It's pretty important to take the crowd out of the game. I mean, when you're on the field, you're not really trying to pay attention to the crowd as much, but it's still a factor. So if we get that first drive, try to quiet them down a little bit, it'd be a lot easier. What's the message to the Wilton Warrior tribe right now, the student session? What's your message to them to get them hyped up against the Tigers? They got to be loud. They got to be louder than Ridgefield. Ridgefield's going to have a lot of people. We got to bring the same amount and be louder. All right, Harvey, same thing for you. What are you saying to the student section right now to get them pumped up against the Tigers?
I mean, get rowdy. Be there because we know we're going to be there, and we're going to try and give you something to cheer about.
All right, guys, best of luck. We're going to step back. When we come back, we'll have plenty more coverage here on FCAC Tailgate on the HN Network.